It's got to be easy or fun or both. That's what we're talking about today. Hi, this is Frank Buck, and this is the place to be if you want to get organized and make it look, well, easy. When things are easy, they get done. This premise is one on which I've based much of my work. As humans, we naturally gravitate toward tasks that require minimal effort. If you want to get something done and done consistently, well, it's got to be easy. And if you can also make it fun, you have a winner. Given the choice, would you take the stairs or the escalator? Well, most of us would take the escalator because it's easier. But what if somehow we made the stairs more fun? More on that in a moment. Our brains are wired to conserve energy. This evolutionary trait has served us well, but in modern times, it can sometimes work against us. When faced with a choice between an easy task and one that's more challenging, our instinct is to opt for the path of least resistance. This is why we often procrastinate on complex projects or avoid difficult conversations. However, when we understand this tendency about ourselves, we can actually leverage it to our advantage by simplifying tasks and processes. We'll increase the chances that we'll actually do the thing. This principle applies to personal habits, workplace efficiency, and even large scale societal changes. While making tasks easier is a powerful strategy, adding an element of fun can transform the experience entirely. Let's revisit the stairs versus the escalator example. In 2009, Volkswagen launched a campaign called the Fun Theory, which included an experiment at a Stockholm subway station. They converted a set of stairs into a giant piano keyboard, with each step producing a musical tone when you stepped on it. What was the result? A 66% increase in people choosing the stairs over the escalator. The simple idea, yet ingenious idea, demonstrated how injecting an element of enjoyment can override our default preference for the easier option. I'm going to include a link to that video in the blog post. So, how can you apply this principle to our daily lives and our work environments? Well, here's some strategies. First, break down complex tasks. What are the individual steps, the things that you could do in one sitting? What phone call could you make? What email could you write? What outline could you compose? Identify the first step and just get started. Doing the first thing often sets up a chain reaction. You wind up doing the next thing and the next, and finally the thing on which you had procrastinated for weeks, it's now done. Second, create systems. Establish the routines and systems that automate or simplify repetitive tasks. This reduces decision fatigue and makes consistency easy. We have tons of repeating tasks in our lives. Identify them and put them on your task list. Give each one a date and define when it will repeat again. And when it's time to do the task, is there information you'll want to have at hand? If so, put a link to that information right there in the task so that you're one click away when it comes time for action. Third, do the thinking on the front end. If you think your life is busy now, don't kid yourself that it's all going to be easier a month from now or a year from now. Don't burden yourself with half-baked thoughts. Flesh out the details now and identify exactly what variables still remain and put that in your task list or your notes. Fourth, improve your environment. Organize your space to make desired actions easy. For example, place the healthy snacks at eye level in your refrigerator to encourage better eating habits. Clear your desk of everything except the one thing you're working on now. And fifth, use technology wisely. Leverage the apps and tools that simplify your tasking, from meal planning to project management. When we make things easier and more enjoyable, we're not only increasing the likelihood that we'll actually do the stuff, but we create positive associations with those activities. And this can lead to a cycle where we actively seek out those tasks rather than avoiding them. Moreover, this principle can be far reaching in terms of our individual productivity. In business, companies that simplify their products or services often see increased customer satisfaction and loyalty. In public policy, making desired behavior easier, like recycling or using public transportation, can lead to significant societal change. In a world that often glorifies hustle and grinding, it's refreshing to remind ourselves that often the most effective strategy is to make things easier and more enjoyable. By focusing on simplicity and fun, we can transform our habits, improve our productivity, and even contribute to positive changes in our community and beyond. So, the next time you find yourself procrastinating on a task or struggling to adopt a new habit, ask yourself, how can I make this easier? What would make it more fun? The answers to these questions might just be the key to unlocking your potential and achieving your goals. Is there something in your life that you put off, but then you made it easy and you did it and it actually turned out to be fun? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks for stopping by. This has been Frank Buck, helping you get organized and make it look easy.